I'm doing an afternoon because I think I'm gonna miss a day this week. So I'm trying to stay somewhat consistent. It's hard to stay consistent because this is not like the job, so my schedules are not set around. Well, who knows? You know, I never know in the future, right? My schedules are not set around the recording, so I have to kind of fit the recording around my schedule. You know, when plays get too busy and all that stuff, and or I got pickups and things to do. So I'm doing some traveling this weekend, and I may not be able to do a show. But I got some bad news for you guys, man. I got some bad news for you guys, man. I got some bad news for you guys. When I say bad news, it's not bad like it's bad. It's bad like this is the way it's gonna have to be, right? In order for I'll start with my industry and I'll move out, right? In order for me to be in business, there's got to be a need. People need my services, my products. Okay, I ship to California, Alaska, all over the place. So in order for me to stay in business, people need. You don't wish people have problems, but you need to. If the problems didn't exist, then you got to find something else, right? And problem solving is something you do and you can apply to any field. It's just problem solving. Engineers are problem solvers, right? Um, a carpenter is solving a problem, right? People that repair roads, right? And people that clean homes, the cleaning people, the industry. If everyone decided that they wanted to clean their own home, they're out of business, right? So think about how sharp some of you guys are, you thinkers out there, that it bugs you. Like you watch a movie and you see the things in the movie. But think about how much sharp you are now because they would push in so much crap in the system that you became iron sharpens iron. So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know, everyone wants people to be like them. They want everyone to think like them, and if they don't think like them, then you get canceled. And if you don't want to do it, you get canceled. And none of you guys, I don't want to talk to you guys. But if people really thought the same, this place would be boring, man. And you wouldn't grow. You wouldn't have any growth. So as bad as people are, and all this other crap, without it, I think we just devolve or something. So these people need to be here to challenge you, to iron sharpens iron, you know? For real. It's almost like our country. Imagine a country was only one party. It'll be a disaster, either side. You can't have just one party. You have to have both, right? One of them have to be bugging the other one and keep people doing the right things. It's just when they go far out of, I don't know, man. I don't know who's controlling this whole shit. I don't know, man, because some of this stuff really do feel like controlled chaos and scripted. You know, I'm just talking, guys. Listen, you're just peeking into my shop as I'm brainstorming. So when this stuff goes to my head, you just happen to be the audience is gonna hear it. So you know, it is what it is. What's up? What's up? Who's there? Who's saying what's up, man? Achieve greatness. That's right. Hell yeah. Words are powerful. You know? Because think about greatness. Thank you for that. Okay? If everybody was great, greatness would have no meaning. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's it. Greatness would have no meaning, man. If everybody was like, the world would be if everybody was like filthy rich, everybody, well then there's no filthy rich have no meaning, you know. You all got your own yachts. the ocean will be filled with yachts. No, they'll probably stop building yachts. It's like, I'm not building 1,000 yachts a year, dude. Get out of here. I build one yacht because it's my hobby. I got all the money I need. I don't need to do no more. It's weird, man. It's a weird realization in my head anyway. I don't know if it's where it is. But yeah, I think the turmoil is always need to be there. You just have to be strong enough to withstand it, I guess. That's all. And try not to have too many things done for you because it makes you weak. Try not to have too many things think for you because it will make you less intelligent. And guess what? And if you don't want to figure out how to do the thing, then you pay to have someone do it. But the service is gonna, you know what I mean? It's weird, man. No, it is. Because as crazy as these people are, the stuff they put into the stuff is just that they go overboard, and then you know, you start messing with kids and start messing with, you know, and that's when guys say, yo, hey. You know what I'm saying? This stuff go. Now you're gonna mess with my job, bro. No, screw that. You know, you're gonna mess with my son. My son's bringing that shit up. You know, that's when people get kind of nuts. You know, you start messing with their stuff. But if you just did it on your own out there, no one gives a crap about what you do. They don't care who you're with and all that stuff. It's just when you try to force it on everybody else, now people got to get like. But if that didn't happen, man, we'll be asleep while some of this stuff happens. People didn't push so hard. You'd be falling asleep, man. Just going to work every day, mind your business. Wouldn't pay attention to nothing. You just get hypnotized and you wouldn't even know it. Think about it. You just get hypnotized, you wouldn't even know it. What's that story about the frog? The frog that burned, that boils, and he says you turn the water slowly, right? And then the frog can get cooked and don't even realize it, right? But you throw that shit in hot water, the frog is like, it's gonna bounce right out. I'm out of here. What the fuck? You know. What these guys? So when these guys push so hard, man, like dumbs, like the dumbest things. You're like, really? Do you really believe that? Like that's so ridiculous. It does something to you. It sharpens your. You're like, nah, man, nah, and all of a sudden your brain just, pow, you know. Just think about when you find yourself stuck somewhere in trouble. I'm gonna get to anybody in the chat and all that stuff. And if you guys have a question about cleaners or fixing something, just put it there, and I'll be more than happy to try to answer your question while you're here. I'm just doing my afternoon stuff. Before I leave, let me open this. But yeah, man, some of the stuff bugs me in my head, and I'm like, you know what? We actually do need some of this crazy, man, because without the crazy, you know, we'll get dull, you know, and then we wouldn't even know how to debate something if we had a real opinion of our own, you know. And then some people, they just grab the first thing that someone told them, and then they try to repeat it as is their own or whatever, and then they don't have no real argument to back it up. So they get challenged by somebody who knew what the hell they're talking about. And that might have been the best thing for them, that they say something stupid and somebody put them in their place. Like, I never thought about that. So it's not going away, folks. In the very beginning of the book, if you ever read the Bible, turmoil. I mean, the book told you, right? You read the book, everything is good. All right, guys, look, I'm gonna put you out here, do this, right? And then, you know, Adam with the animals. It's like, I don't know, man. This ain't. Nah, there's not enough action. Nothing's happening here, man. All right, let's put this lady in here. Put the lady in. Okay, all of a sudden, hey, girl, you know. And then on from there. On, man. There was no turnaround. That shit went on from there, bro. Depends on how you want to, you know, what your belief system is, you know. But still, let's go based off of the story, right? Right in the beginning, bro. Right in the beginning. You had death, you had betrayal, you had lie, you had this, you had, you know, you had all this stuff. happening, drama right in the beginning, right? You have people blaming other people. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. It was her. And then she was like, it wasn't my fault. It was the serpent. The serpent didn't blame nobody. He was like, what? Oh man, both of them were like, oh man, it's not my fault. So we still got that today. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. It's them. If it wasn't for them. Oh my God, man. Anyway, be a problem solver, man. Be a problem solver. It's just that you're burdened with that, man. The moment you start thinking like that, guys, I'm so sorry. It's so easy just to go along with everything. You don't have to think. You just gotta just show up for work. You know, just do whatever and just let it progress as the way it does. Don't let nobody, just don't fight back and just, that's easy, man. Why you want your life to be hard and start thinking and start seeing the plot in the movie before it comes? It's like, come on, this is the last time we did. We've done it how many times, right? Oh man, I know it. I already see where this is going. This is gonna waste 2 hours of my time. Damn it. How often you said that in the beginning of a movie and you were wrong? Most of the time you can already see it. It's like, damn it. Anyway, let me say what's up to some folks, man. All right, Jam, what's up? Success. Define success. Wow, Jam. I never think there's a right answer for that, because sometimes the people asking, they may have a definition that they feel is right, so that your definition is always something else. But if you have a goal, let's say I have something I want to do. I'll just use it. I'll just keep it here. If I want to define success, this is for Jams, right? If my goal was to fix this and I had a tough time fixing it, I can't figure out what's wrong. I looked up everything. I went at it and I finally fixed it. Success. If your goal is to graduate college, and that is your goal, meaning that it's not something that was impressed on you from somebody else. It's not something that you're forced to do. This is what I want to accomplish. And you went at it, you took the slings and arrows, whatever comes along with it, and you accomplished it. Success. So that's how I look at it. Let's say if your goal is to get rich, let's say, and you finally went from the middle class and you hit that plateau where your money makes enough money every year where you don't even have to worry about money like that, then if that's rich for you, then success, you're rich. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I look at it, to cover the broad spectrum of things. Some people have grander goals than others, so their outward expression of success may look grander than someone else. And think about it. Some people want to look successful so bad that they'll spend money they don't have to look successful, because they think success is those things. And then they put themselves in a kind of a hole. So looking like, well, that looks like success, so I want to look like that. That's not, you know what I mean? So, I don't want to complicate it, but that's what I'm saying. So if you accomplish your goal, and then if you now that you accomplish this, have another one. Now accomplish that, now have another one. And if the goal pushes you up the status in life, I guess, then, if that's your goal, then you're successful. Hopefully that works. How's that, Jan? Yeah. And again, if that's what your goal is, if that's what your goal is and you're going after it and you enjoy it, man, I should have added that to it. Thanks a lot. Then you've done it. And it's funny, here's the thing, man. There are times when you're doing something that you really enjoy. Like my kids run, right? But it's grueling. and it beats them down. And there are times they don't want to get up to do it, but they get up to do it because it's their goal to get up and do it and want to be the best at it. So, you know, they study at night to pass the test. Their goal was to pass this test, and they passed it. And but yeah, I think the cherry on top, man, if you love it, if you're enjoying it, that's the cherry on top. But if that's your goal might be to get to America, let's say, right? And it's grueling. You may not love the passage, man. You may not love the trip here. You may not love the plane flight, and you hate the plane flight, you know? But your goal was to get to America. So I think the loving it is the cherry on top. Because the goal may just be grueling for you to get there, man. And if you're determined, you don't give up halfway through, then you succeed in accomplishing it, then, you know, how's this? It's my layman's explanation. But yes, sir, if you love it, to me, if you're enjoying it, holy cow, then you're flying, bro. Then you're flying. I think the part with the loving thing, I think a lot of people get caught up in that too much. And what I mean is they'll go to a place, right? And let's say their goal is to work at a hospital. And they go in with a preconceived notion of how they think the hospital should feel or look. And they can step in their own way of achieving their goal because they have a preconceived good feeling vibe about what they're supposed to try to get into. And that can mess them up, you know? But so that's why I say, that's why I try not to define it like that, because a lot of people, they'll find something they like and they're not even willing to do, because they think that it's not going to have the same type of challenges. You're going to wake up mornings and not want to go in, you know, because eventually that thing you love, it might become like work, you know, because you're very good at it. And now there's a demand for it. And now it turns to work. And now you can't control the giant. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't know it was going to get so big. The guy loves singing. Now he's on tour. Now he finds out what tour life is like. And now, damn, you got to keep moving. Yes, dude. Sorry, we got another one. We got an interview after this. We got a show after this. Okay, no time to eat. We got to keep moving. So it's a little tricky sometimes. But yeah, thanks for that question, though, man. I appreciate that. Hey, David. What's up, bro? Yeah, man, you got to keep your head right. But that's what. Okay, thanks, David. That's how I started this thing, because that is. I'm telling you, man, it's a burden. It's a burden. It's not a burden like, oh my God, I wish I could lift this. But once you have it, you can't undo it. Sorry. It's like once you see behind the veil, the Wizard of Oz thing, you can't unsee it. You know what I'm saying? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you start seeing stuff in movies and you see plot, you see stuff, you can't unsee it, man. So now you see it every time. Every time you watch a movie, you see it. You have to literally like suspend your disbelief to be sucked into a movie and just be carried away. And if they're good at it, they got you, which is good. You want a kind of time to get away and see the movie, you know, and enjoy it. But if they don't got it, man, they lost you, because you know what I'm saying? You can you're pattern seeker. You can already see it, and it's like, oh man, come on, damn man, I spent $60 here. Damn, I was hoping this was good. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So, but unfortunately, you just gotta do it, man. You gotta deal with the people, because without those people, you're weak. You have weak arguments. You have weak rational skills and all that stuff. You're weak if without people saying dumb stuff. This guy told me today. This guy, I was doing a show this morning, and he came on. And I guess his job today was to blast somebody, and I said, you know what? I took it. And he says he hate MFers that laugh at they laugh at themselves and they ain't say something funny or whatever, right? And I do that a lot. I'll just laugh because I know what I'm thinking. So if it's funny to me in my head, I laugh. I'll just laugh out loud. And I'm like, dude, you want to kill my joy? Go for it, man. Because it makes me stronger, bro. You really think you're going to kill me? You think you're going to do it? Oh, man. Good luck, bro. Good luck, man, because I need my head on tight. And if you can break through, then you show me my weakness in my house. It's like my security system, right? It's like, dude, thank you for that, bro. This guy came on today. Some troll dude. He had some kind of racist thing to throw out. And I was like, and every time I see these guys, I say, you know what? Don't be a coward, man. Don't be a coward. Don't hide behind crazy name and do it. Let people see your face. You know what I mean? Like go on camera. Be like be legit. Even those guys you don't like. And they say those things. I have to give them credit. They say it. Their neighbors can see it. Their friends can see it. People at work can see it. Be brave, man. Stick your chest out. Put your shoulders back and say it. You know what I'm saying? Like say it, man. Say it and be proud. Okay? If that's how you really feel, say it. But as for the person reading it, or if it's about you, you can see if you have a chink in your armor. Okay? You can't get rid of all the racist people and all that. We're tribal. It's what it is. We're tribal. You're going to find a tribe, a church, a group. This is too easy because we're not the same. You know what I'm saying? We're not the same. Don't be stupid. We're not the same. We don't think the same. We don't solve problems the same. Thinkers find their own tribe. Gamers have their own tribe. And this has nothing to do with it. So I'm saying, so that's the weakest. It's weak. It's very weak. It's very weak if that's all that connects you to people. Because then what happens? You get to know them. You're like, oh, this guy's a stupid man. It's like, really, dude? Damn. You have nothing interested. We have nothing in common, bro. Golly. So think about it. That's the weakest thing, man. So if you're going to be like that, be brave, man. Be brave. Who else we got? Yeah, the kids used to say, keep it real, right? Yeah, that's right. I mean, listen, I used to have choice is funny for me. Choice is funny. This is why, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. If you're passing through and you're just swiping and you're passing through, just hear me out for a second. Choice is funny for me, okay? Because there's a lot of things I didn't choose, okay? I didn't choose a lot of things. I didn't choose where I was born. I didn't choose my mom, my dad. I didn't choose the school I went to. I didn't choose, I probably didn't even choose my friends to an extent because my friends are the people that were around me. So I didn't choose the people that were around me. So then thus they became my friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny, right? So now my mom decided to come to America, right? And went through the whole deal, went through the process. Unknown. Holy cow, man, I can't even. Hello? ¿Qué pasa? No one answers. And so I didn't choose those things, right? So then the people that formed my character and all that stuff in the early years and taught me right from wrong, no choice there. So now you're starting doing things. Now you have choices though. You're making right and wrong decisions, but a lot of that stuff, man, is ingrained in you. You know what I mean? It's weird. So my thing about choice is so weird, man, because part of it, I feel like, yes, you have a choice. Like I'm choosing, let's say I choose to pick up my phone, choose to put it down, choose to pay a bill, choose not to pay the bill. But so, you know what I'm saying? That's a weird one. That's a weird one because the way some people are and the way they were trained and conditioned and indoctrinated or whatever is what they're using that framework to make their choices. So that's where I am with that. I'm really in a odd spot, and when I figure it out, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna share it, man. You know, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna share it. Anyway, yeah. I'm just trying to clean up this unit here. I got some customers that are picking up, especially the cleaning people. They be inspecting my stuff, man. Make sure it's clean. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Opening it back up again or something just to see if I clean the motor and all that stuff. But I get it though, man, because they take it to different homes, and this is building value for them, right? Because what you don't want to do is go to a person's home and then you're bringing odor from another. You know, maybe you worked in a pet house with pets, and then you go into a house with no pets, and then when you leave, you left a pet smell in their house. So I get that. I get why. So they build value for their service, making sure they have good machines, clean machines, and stuff like that. So I get it, and I build value for my service to not just fix a part and throw it back at them. So it's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So some people look at it as people taking advantage of you. At the same time, if they're paying you, and you want to get that increased business, there's certain decisions you're going to have to make, choice, whether or not you do this thing, because this thing can affect the way you do business next, And kids don't understand the ramifications of that, so they do dumb stuff, get themselves in trouble, and then do it again. It's like, dude, you're gonna lose your phone again. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I think part of it is impulse control. Like some of these kids can't control the impulse, so they want it now. And if they don't learn impulse control, and I kind of check their emotions a little bit, pull it in, they become like these crazy people that just be in the street yelling and throwing cocktails at Teslas. It's like, dude. Oh man, tell me you're being paid for this, bro. Because this is stupid. Why'd you just do that? Oh, you mess with my car, man. I don't have a Tesla though. My neighbors do. It's like, imagine someone go over to this guy and mess with his car. He got a pretty strong guy with some strong sons that I think they'll have a field day with them. But that was a couple months back. You don't see nobody burning Teslas no more, right? What, you lost the passion? What happened? Wasn't that weird? What happened? Come on. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, Rainbow? I'm not a rainbow person, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a rainbow person, but I still respect, what they did with the machine and, stuff like that. That's cool. It's just that I'm not a rainbow person. That's all it is. There's an isn't there an upright version, not a rainbow, but a vacuum that's an upright water-based vacuum. I forgot the name of that damn thing. It's a water-based upright. I'm an upright person. How's that? And then after that, I don't like dumping I hate dumping water even for shampoos. You're gonna give me that for the vacuuming also. I don't know, man. Too much. I'm an upright guy though, and I'm a bag guy. I like to just throw the bags away. So I'm still a bad guy. Auric. Shoo. Did I get some? I think I had got some Auric in here. Auric is okay. Auric is Hoover. Hoover's Auric now. Same people. Auric is okay. Auric is okay. This is similar to an Auric. You know, this same design, pretty much. You know, pretty much the same design. This is similar to an Auric. I'm not. You know, Auric is not robust enough for me. That's all. I'm a Kirby guy, man. I'm a Kirby guy. But if I was gonna go with a store-bought vacuum, I would probably get a Shark. I'll probably just get a Shark and zip. You know, zip around with a Shark or something. But I'm a Kirby guy. Kirby vacuum, yeah. Dude, I gotta check that out. What the hell is that? Hold on. I think I have this device for me to look up. Let me see. That's what I get for not. I need to get back to reading more. Or maybe I should just wear my glasses. How's that? Just get back to wearing my damn glasses, man. That's so positive, man. Thank you. Wow. It's crazy when you don't use words in your daily life and other guys use it and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Where are you taking me? Thank you for taking me there. I needed that one. Yeah, Shark. Yeah, Shark. Shark is it's a store-bought style vacuum, right? So, you know, if I had to choose between the Dyson and the Shark, the reason I would want a Dyson is because I enjoy the artistry of a Dyson. You know, they got this new stick vacuum, right? And it's a pole, right? And the dustbin, the motor is all in the pole. And I was like, holy shit, dude, you guys are doing it. It probably don't have a lot of suction, you know. It's a novelty. But they designed it, and they designed this little skinny little motor about this big that can generate a lot of suction and go down, and it pick it up in a tube, and the tube is like a tube, but skinny, almost like a mop, length. And I'm like, wow, man, that's clever. So I give Dyson a lot of credit, man. I said it earlier today. I give Dyson a lot of credit for what they do. Anyone that designs stuff, I love drawing. This is my artwork here, right? So I guess I just lean towards those guys that can create art. I love watching cooks, chefs, guys that know how to take a slab of, and make it work, turn it into something. And then the guys that they go on there, they have their plate and they're making that thing look like magic, man. I I love stuff like that. All right. It's like, you know, my uncle would do this thing, right? Where he'll visit his friend's house, and my uncle's a chef. Visit a friend's house, and everybody's like, "Man, there's no food. We have no food. There's no food here. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna order." He says, "Let me see what you got." And he opens up the cabinet, man, and he opens up the pantry, he opens the refrigerator, opens the freezer, whatever, and he says, "All right, give me a second." And he whip, grab everything and whip up a gourmet meal just like that. And people are like, "Holy shit, man. We didn't think we had any food here." and that's what I'm talking about, man. That's it right there. That's it right there. You know. But if you're that guy, now you have a burden because you can never say you don't have any food. Now you're the guy. You gotta be able to do that because now that's expected of you. That's your thing. You know, that's you can't use that as an excuse anymore. You know. So we need some of those crazies, guys. They keep us sharp. It's just when it's when it goes overboard, and now you're trying to control my life, man. It's like, nah, dude, that was okay with you over there being a little crazy, but now you're trying to raise my taxes. What the hell? No, man, you pay more tax. What the hell's wrong with you? You want to do what? No, you do that. Leave me alone with that, man. Do that for you and your crew. Don't mess with me and my crew. You know. That's it. But iron sharpens iron, man. Iron sharpens iron. To try to silence people, you know, you want to silence them. Win the argument, man. Win the debate. You know, win the argument. That shows us that's a sign of strength, man. You know, you start losing the argument. Now you want to hurt the person physically. It's like, come on, bro. Win the argument. You know, or give up, or just say, okay, you know what, I lose this one. Come back again when you're stronger. Like the Karate Guy. That's why I love the kung fu movies, because the beginning, the guy get his butt kicked, right? He get his butt kicked hard, man, and almost almost near death. Then he goes up to the mountain. He's looking for his teacher or whatever, right? The Shaolin Temple, and he's waiting there, banging on the doors and everything else, and they're not letting him in. Get out of here, man! Get out of here, kid! And then he stays there, and it's raining and everything, and he's just like, I'm gonna stay there. I think Doctor Strange did the same thing. I'm gonna stay, you know. And then he says, all right, look, I'm gonna put you to work, right? And he put the guy to work. I'm not gonna train you. You're whatever. I don't know what they call him. And then he's watching them train, you know, and then he's learning. He's learning all the stuff, you know, and then he's learning, and then he finally get a little bit of training, and he learned a special move, you know, that breaks the tree in half or whatever. And then he has a new suit. You know, he has a new, and he goes down, man, you know, he goes down and he faces the guy, and now he takes him on, you know, and that's how I like kung fu movies, man. Now in real life, who knows, man? I don't know if he would still win the fight at the end in real life, but the idea is that you get your butt kicked, you get up, you go sharpen your iron, your craft, get good at it, and attack it again. That's a good message, right? Okay. But they lost that storytelling technique because a lot of the people that make this is like instantly perfect. You know, it's like you don't have to go to the mountain or nothing. You're just good. Shit. Damn. It took like, oh my God, where's my other thing at? It took Luke Skywalker like 2 movies to get good at being a Jedi, bro. 2 movies. Where the hell's my grill? Oh, I dropped it. Damn. All right. 2 movies to become a Jedi. You know how long it took me to learn how to work on these machines? And you just come and you learn it like one day? Damn. You're good like that? I'm still learning how to use YouTube. That's right. That's right, bro. That's right. That's the way I see it. And it's not popular, you know, because it means that you gotta take ownership of your failures, and you gotta kind of. I mean, it's on you though, you know. It's on you. You can't. It's so sweeter to blame somebody else for something. I did that for many years, bro. Trust me. I didn't even know I was doing it, because I came out of sales, and they taught you gotta take ownership of your you know, you got to learn to close. You got to learn to overcome objections. You have to learn to knock the door or make the cold call or whatever. You have to learn to win them over. So it was based on you bettering yourself. So I came from that frame of mind, right? And but I went down a rabbit hole, bro. I went down a rabbit hole, and I had to get out quick, because it was just not productive. I wasn't in it for too long though. It was not productive at all. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? What's your game plan? Who are you gonna blame? These people don't even know you, bro. Man, listen, man, cut this out. Get out of here. And you just can't talk people out of their stuff. So you just have to let them go through it. And if they come out in the other end, good for them. But if not, there's nothing you can do. You're not. How's this? You know what? You know what I was sold on? Here's one for you. You can tell someone, and I remember this from training salespeople. You can tell someone that they're great. Okay. You can tell them that you're good, you're great, you're fantastic, you can do this, you're the best. And if the last word they hear in their head is them saying, I'm not great, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what it's like. They win. The last word they hear. Okay? Because while they were young, or whatever, someone kept telling them that they can't make it, and they started to internalize it, or whatever. It could be, and it could also happen when you're down, when you're in a depressed state. You're easily manipulated or, you know, convinced or whatever. It could be that too. So it could happen to adults also. But anyway, yeah, it's the last word you hear is your voice, and you're the biggest influencer on your life, right? And you know who you really need to be afraid of? Someone who can replace your voice in your head for their voice. That person you got to be afraid of. They have some verse like that, man, in the Bible, man. I'll find it. But anyway, it's said a different way. It's said a different way. But that's the person you have to be really afraid of, right? It's someone whose voice is in your head, because that means if they tell you to go left, and you go left, holy cow. They tell you to go right, you go right. So, for individuals, the last voice you hear in your head wins. And most people, the last voice is their own voice. You know? That's just what it is. There's no way around that. Okay? All right. Is that cool? Man, I gotta see if this motor is acting funky. Changed the circuit board, got it working. Started, and now it's stopped again. And the last thing about problem solvers, you know what a problem solver is like? Something happened to your brain where you're so focused on solving problems. Like if you're a fixer, you're a mechanic, you're whatever, you're solving problems. You don't have time to be wallowing on past failures because you have to solve the next problem. Your brain is always have to go forward. And if I reach back, it's only to grab instruction to use today. But I don't look back to wallow in the past. And just keep that in mind. That's if you're that person, you're that person. That's just the way you're training a different muscle in your head. But if a lot of our folks are just always looking back and always wallowing in the past about the past grievance and past this and past this and past this and past, and every conversation they did this in the past and they did that in the past, they did that in the past. Okay, all right, good. So what now? What do we do now? And if the answer is always yeah, but in the past and then they did that. Yeah, I get it. You're right. All of that happened, right? Okay, so what now? Right? Imagine I spend the whole day just, man, this thing was supposed to clean and then the thing stopped and then it stopped and it's not supposed to stop. And I don't know. I mean, it was yesterday and I was using it and then it stopped and then, okay, I got it. It's stop. It doesn't make sense for me to spend the entire day talking about what it was doing yesterday and it stopped and I have a lot of stuff to clean. And okay, so are we gonna fix it? Yo,
You got 2 tens?
Tens? Yeah, man. How's business today?
Well, it's doing what it's doing, it's trying to do.
It's doing what it's trying to do. Oh man, how about some fives? I got 10 and I got a bunch of fives. That'll work?
Yeah.
Sweet. You looking sharp, man.
Oh man, I took my wife out to eat last night. I was wondering what I had on today.
Oh yeah.
Cause I had it on for about an hour, man. I said, fuck that. I ain't gonna waste an outfit. I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, man. That's what. Oh my gosh. I gotta figure out what's going on with this thing. This thing's pissing me off right now. And, you just solve it. I'm not gonna feel good until it's fixed, damn it. Because if it's not fixed, then we're gonna have to get rid of it. Well, not really. Dyson, let's see what you gotta say, buddy. These blasted machines. You ever use the word blasted? Blasted machines. All right. Let me check this out. She's pissing me off, man, because when it replaced the power switch, the power switches, replaced the circuit board, and it started working. Something is triggering this. Something else is tripping up this damn thing. I gotta find the sauce. Did I say the sauce? The source. I gotta find the sauce. Oh my gosh. You know what? Gem painting, right? Artwork. That's a good ass question. That's a good question. Damn, that's a good question. I think I love creating. I love seeing something that was one way, and I was able to turn it into something else. Because I like crafts. I like building things too. I like making stuff, making little cars and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that it was this way, and now it's this way. You know what I'm saying? It's like alchemy, right? Now it's this way. So, and then it's difficult, right? Meaning that it's not something that you just pick up a pen and do, you know? So, and the ones who can, then you have to give him a lot of credit. There's this guy that can just draw a city skyline. I think he has some developmental thing, but anyway, but he can just remember everything he saw, and he just draw the whole thing on the whole entire wall. I was like, holy crap, man, dude. Wow. Hey guys, give me a second. Give me a second. All right, David, give me a second. Hey.
How are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic.
Lady, Spanish lady?
Yeah, you know what? No, she's not here today. It's just me today. No worries. Let me get your info, okay? All right.
My question.
What's that? Electrolux?
My question is, I don't know if
Yeah,
check it
it's
out.
Electrolux.
You're working. I don't have filter. What do you think? Maybe working? Porque I know. Yeah. I got it battery.
Yeah,
I got it battery, but no.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see something.
Maybe it's brand new.
It might be the filter. It might be because of the filter.
Maybe a product filter?
Yeah.
You have a filter?
No, not for
No?
this one.
Maybe in
Let me
Walmart?
see something. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see up here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let me check this one, okay? This one might do it.
Let's see, bro.
Hi. Hello.
Let me check and see if this is the same one.
Might be. Never know.
No,
Not it. No, this is not it. No. No. It probably sits here
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Maybe it's here in Walmart.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I would have to. Let me look up. PLC type. Let me look up this model number for you, okay?
Okay.
And let's see if we can find something for you.
Give me 1 second, buddy. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let me see. Four. Boom. Let's see. Okay, go on to this here. Okay, thanks. By filter, you meant filter card replacements. Yes, placement filter. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me see if our guys have this one. I'm gonna give you the number, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Part number. Let me write this down for you. Because if we have it, then I'll just order it and you're good. If not, I'll give it to you so at least you know how to search for it, okay? All right. Let me check my guys and see if we have it. No.
No?
But let me write this down for you, okay?
Okay. Maybe in
Walmart, nah.
maybe in Target? Target?
Yeah, we might have to order it online somewhere.
Oh really?
Yeah, the local's not gonna have this.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'll tell her you said hi, okay?
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. No problem. Hey, don't let her leave without getting one, man. Come on. What are you doing? You're walking ahead of her, right?
Esas son como de comercial.
Ajá. Con
¿Cómo? Pero pesan.
no, no, no con bolitas para abajo. Pero lo que pasa es que no tienen tubo. Y por eso no.
This or this? This one makes sense.
A ver. No, a ver.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
You take care, buddy.
All right.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. All right, guys. All right, I'm about to get out of here. This is yeah. Cleaning crews are coming around. About to get out of here. What I do is I carve like little bits of time in my day. So in the morning, it's probably sometimes around 9 and sometimes around 10. So I'll go live either 9, 10, 10:30, close to 11. It all depends on how the morning goes. And then in the evening, if I can't do something around this time, it's gonna have to be like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I'll do it from the other setup if I'm doing one in the evening. So I snuck this in. All right, let me see. Yes, Jem. Serve others well. You know, you're a welder. Hot summer job. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man, I worked for 2 years. David, I hope you're still there. For 2 years, I worked in a 100-degree place. Dude, even in there were guys who were pissed off that I was in the lab has AC, so that's enough to make people jealous and mad at you. Okay, because the other part was like 97 degrees, 98, 90, 92, 93, 94. It was nothing less than that, right? 12 hours. so if you get a gig in the air, you now working in the lab, and the lab has to be air conditioned, and you're doing testing and whatnot. People are like, this guy, man. So, man, respect for you, man, working out there. I only briefly worked in I was doing a roof for someone back when I was in my teens and laying tar and all that stuff. And I think from that moment, I got a level of respect to anyone that work outside that I didn't think I would even, it wasn't even a thought for me to like look at guys who work outside and just like, yo, man, enough respect. You know what I'm saying? Enough respect for you, bro. Because imagine if people don't want to do it. What would happen, So you give them respect for doing that. Because I know what it felt like. And that sun beating down on you, man. And like choke holding you. You still want to work? You still want to work? And, and you're like, yeah, I got bills to pay. Yeah, so I give respect to those guys. And then I get excited when I see, I'll be honest with you, North Carolina, man, is getting ridiculous, the amount of homes they're putting up. And they were all like 350 or 400. I'm like, okay, you guys know something I don't know. You guys know something. Maybe it's not me. You guys know something the rest of America who are looking at stuff don't know. You see something coming. You have to see something coming. One of my cousins told me that the way a lot of these guys who are playing at the highest level, they're playing chess high up. They would allow a neighborhood to kind of do this, go down in value. They sweep in, they buy, and it says it's like a 50-year cycle. He was telling me. I was like, really? He said, yeah, man. He learned it in school. He was doing college. taking accounting, and he was taking other kind of business classes, and I don't know if it was an actual lesson that they taught or if it was just things that he picked up. But he says, he said to do this on purpose. They allow it, and I understand. I said, I get it. It's like stocks, man. When everyone else is panicking and shit, and prices are dropping, that's when the smart guys are sliding in and grabbing the damn. But the normies would panic and all out. And even the ones who sell, they're only selling to save profit, and they're gonna buy in again, lower, or they're making money on the drop, right? So I understand the strategy in that. So I'm like, wow, that makes so much sense, bro. That people know how to make money on the low and the high, and so. Oh, and the highs and lows are needed to balance out the. It's weird, man. It's so weird. The highs and lows are needed to balance out the economy. You can't just be high all the time, right? You can't just be high all the time. Can't be high all the time. Without bad, there's no good. You know what I'm saying? Without bad, there's no good. Without mediocre, there's no excellence. You know what I'm saying? Why even learn how to meditate or how to self-reflect if the opposite wasn't there? So as much as I hate the negatives of the world, man, I'll be honest with you, without it, what the hell? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So that's just my thoughts on that. I'm sliding out of town. All right, Warren Buffett has always kept the. Yep, Warren Buffett, he just kept it simple. I don't know. What's funny about a guy like Warren Buffett is that he's not a pushover. He has a very basic demeanor. He'll chuckle a little bit, but you can tell that he's focused. So simple, simple is good, man. I love simple. Simple is good, but yeah. And I think he enjoys it, man. I think stocks and buying company, I think that's something that he just enjoyed doing, just like you were saying earlier about finding something you love. And think about it, man. I mean, when you already reached 100, I don't know, you reach $1 billion, you reach $50 billion, your company's worth, all this money, you've already achieved a level of success. Like, why are you doing it? You have to, either you're enjoying it. But a lot of people just love to think that people are just greedy, and they simplify things like, the rich people are just greedy. I'm like, dude, nah, bro, it's something else. There's more than that, man. There's another game being played that until you're there, you can't tap into it. You can't tap into it. So until then, just enjoy where you're at, and hopefully you level up, and that you enjoy the new level, and you keep moving and keep striving. That's it. So that's how I look at it. All right, let me see. Do I have one more to share that I'm working on that I can share out there into the world? But I love that statement you're saying, the serve your community. I just started an organization where I'm going to be donating my time or money too. But I want to be an example for my son too, because we're going to be volunteering together and stuff like that. But serving your community can be more than just volunteering. Obviously, you can provide a service and do a good job, and don't cheat the people of your community, and just not bring it down, man. Just don't bring it down. Don't devalue your community on purpose. Like my homeowners. I gotta find a place where I don't have homeowners, but the association, So I have like one little thing popping up out of this shrub on the side of the house, and I get a letter. I'm like, damn it. I knew I was supposed to cut that damn thing. And you get these letters from these guys, and they want you to keep the value of the community up. I get it. I know it's kind of I'm a little bit wishy-washy on that. It's kind of a scam in my head, a little bit like a little scheme, money-making scheme, but it's okay. If you provide some service, pay the long guy or something, that's fine. But so I'm a little wishy-washy on that, but I do understand the concept of, keeping the value, but serve your community. Sometimes it's just not throwing trash around the place, Sometimes it's just something simple as that. You know what I mean? All right. You know, I'm being a knucklehead. Want to be remembered. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Virginia's just down the road, man. Oh, Virginia, dude. Virginia, and yeah, man, David. Thanks for hanging out with me. Virginia, going through Virginia, bro. When I have to visit I used to drive up to New York, right? Oh my God. Going to Virginia was like, I had to just be ready for the trip because it was so long. You know, it had nothing to do with the people or, it was just, I'm talking distance wise. I'm just like, I go through a back way. And so either way you go, it's a long drive. So Virginia takes up the bulk of the trip when you're driving from North Carolina to New York. And, what I should plan to do, really, instead of like trying to get up there in one day, like half a day, stay in Virginia. We did it one time, went to Virginia. I think we went to Virginia Beach, hang out in Virginia, pick up the next day, and then finish the trip. Just turn it into a road trip, because the straight shot. So now I just fly, man. I'm just like, I'm just flying through. But to remember, man, you know what? If it's for my kids, I mean, the rest of the world, maybe, you put stuff out there, you put your work out there. And at one time, I just wanted my art to be in many different homes. And now, I make the videos. But really, you know what? That I wanted my kids to, well, I still want them to own it, to own their mind. And because everybody wants it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants it. Everyone wants your mind and to control it and to make it do, to make it vote, to make it fear, to make it buy, to make it watch. Your attention is now like the economy, right? And that attention also determines what goes into your brain and take root and start to grow. So I want them to own this real estate up here. And that's what I stand for, right? So I don't know how that comes out in a remembrance thing, but that is, that is. Because I really, honestly, I don't want my kids blaming anything in history, okay, regardless of, their favorite person died in history, their people, slavery and the Holocaust. I don't want anything to be a thing as an excuse for why you don't take the next step, or why you don't improve yourself, or why you don't try your very best to succeed, why you don't take risks, why you don't, because it's a cop out, man. And right now, people have people's brains in the palm of their hand, and they move it any which way they want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Be careful whose voice is in your head, because they move people like this, right? And I don't know who's playing the board, but I don't want to be there like that. You know what I'm saying? That's such a defeated position to be in if people can just trigger you like that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just, oh my gosh, man. You might as well be in a cage, So I want my kids to be free. I don't want them to be a slave to an ideology of any sort. I want them to be free to think. I want them to own their mind. So if they think wrong, it's on them. You know what I'm saying? If you get in trouble, it's on you. I used to tell my son, if you got in trouble because someone else led you down a road, and now you got in trouble because they left you there, and you didn't have enough sense to say, no, I'm not going with you, or that you're going to have to deal with me. You're going to be in trouble with me. And that's what I tell my kids. So some people think that was harsh. And I'm like, I prefer to be harsh now with my son or my sons than life to smack them up and is harsh a different way. Because life don't give two craps who you are. You're gonna get it, you know. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging. All right, Jim, heading out from the east. Yep, West Virginia, great. And let God and the Bible guide you. Yes, sir. I definitely. Or Jim, it could be. You know what? You never told me about the name. My apologies if I say sir and I'm not supposed to. But if it is, then it is. And Jem could be. I don't know. Jen. Let me know. It's a girl. Experience. It's a teacher. Yeah, experience is a teacher, man. And sometimes it'll use corporal punishment. I used to get spanked on my hand with a ruler as a kid in school, elementary. You know. So, Jim. Oh, respect, Jim. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. Yeah, I most likely will be here tomorrow, but it's probably going to be in the morning. Yeah, I'm going to be flying out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Stay positive, and just accept the challenge, man. It's what it is. If these people don't exist, you're not going to be as sharp as you want to be. Okay? You're going to get dully and bored. See you later.